Okay folks, when I first started playing bluegrass, I thought rhythm guitar was all about just
strumming along.
And if you're here today and you're just starting your endeavor into bluegrass and you're thinking about rhythm guitar, maybe you think rhythm guitar in bluegrass is just about strumming along too. Perhaps maybe even if you were gonna play along to a tune like Dust in a Baggie by Billy Strings, maybe this is what you sound like now. Or maybe even truth is, I probably would have sounded a lot like that when I first started learning. But now, I sound like this. I'll stop there. Point is, bluegrass rhythm guitar is not just strumming along. It is so much more than that. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Alex Graff. I'm a bluegrass musician and teacher, and today I want to talk to you about 5 tips, 5 things I wish I knew as a beginner bluegrass rhythm guitarist that would have helped me immensely. And it would have helped me immensely because it would have helped me know what I should focus on. What are the most important things that you can focus on as a bluegrass rhythm guitar player? Also, just a note here, I think there's a tendency with beginners in bluegrass, we want to jump right into the hot licks, we want to jump in straight to the improvising. All that stuff is great, but I'm here to tell you that 90% of what you're going to be doing as a bluegrass guitarist is rhythm guitar. So if you skip the step of rhythm guitar, you are just leaving yourself, you're hanging yourself out to dry, basically. Although it might take a high level of technique and practice and some harmonic understanding and dexterity and all this stuff to be an improviser, to play breaks in the bluegrass setting, it does not take the same level of effort and learning to become really good at bluegrass rhythm guitar. So I think there's a huge opportunity and a big return on investment in that you can become really good at rhythm guitar. So why wouldn't you just focus on getting really good at the thing that you're going to be doing the most? And that's why I want to make this video basically and teach you some stuff. So I cannot stress how important it is to practice rhythm guitar, and here's what you should practice. Okay, so tip number 1, or thing to study number 1, the boom chuck. The boom chuck is king. It is the ultimate bluegrass strumming pattern. A lot of times people are asking me, what are some strumming patterns that work for bluegrass guitar? And I'm like, well, there's really just one, and then we're expanding that or contracting that, and it's the boom chuck. We're either adding complexity or we're taking away complexity, but it's literally the boom chuck. And in 3/4, this turns into boom chuck chuck, boom chuck chuck, but it is the boom chuck. So the boom chuck, really quickly, boom chuck, boom chuck. You might even know this already. So the basic idea, boom, chuck, boom, chuck, bass note, chuck. So bass note, chord, bass note, chord, bass note, chord, bass note, chord. This pattern is the pattern. If all you take away from this video is I need to work on the boom chuck, you will be better off. Number 2, pick grip. Pick grip is so important in bluegrass. In fact, technique in general, right hand technique specifically, is one of the defining features of bluegrass and what makes it unique as a style of playing guitar. And so realizing that you need to manipulate and you might need to change the way your right hand works, the way your wrist works, the way your elbow works, the way you're gripping the pick. Here's just a really quick example. I kind of grip the pick like that for the most part. I kind of choke up a bunch on it. I'm using a pretty heavy pick. Right? So you want to be loose. You need a certain level of tension and you need a certain level of looseness. So do not underestimate how important right hand technique is and pick grip. Okay, number 3, the G run. This is more than just a lick or a run. It is the most essential piece of bluegrass vocabulary as a guitarist. So the most simple G run is, right? I'm sure you've heard that a lot. The most simple G run is, that's the Lester flat G run right there. Just slamming it. The G run is not only a piece of vocabulary, but it marks time, it ends phrases, and just kind of aligns all musicians, all the rhythm players, and can act to push the tune forward. Number 4 thing to focus on would be what's called the Nashville number system. Now, the Nashville number system is a way of naming chords, and this is way more theoretical than technical. This is a light music theory idea. We can talk about chords as they relate back to numbers. So basically, the thing that you need to realize about the Nashville number system is that it's a shorthand. And it's a shorthand that in turn helps your ear. And this becomes particularly important, especially on an instrument like the guitar, where we are using a capo. And typically when we're playing bluegrass guitar with the capo, we're playing out of a G shape, a C shape, or a D shape. And so the combination of understanding some of those shapes and how the Nashville number system can help you name chords, if you pair those two things with a bit of ear training, you're literally gonna be able to take this boom chuck, the G run, and some other things and play it over any bluegrass tune, no matter what key. Again, number 4 is the Nashville number system, but really what I'm getting at is just some really basic ear training of being able to hear what the bass note of a 1 chord is as it relates to a 4 chord. What is a bass note of a 4 chord as it relates to a 5 chord, right? So if I'm in G, ba 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 ba. Cool. Ear training. You don't have to do a lot of it, but a little bit goes a long way in bluegrass. Okay, and number 5, bass walk-ups or walk-downs to connect chords in your rhythm playing. So what that means is you got to think like a bass player. If you're going from a G chord, for example, to a C chord, some masters of bass runs that you should listen to are Norman Blake, Doc Watson, Tony Rice, of course, and Clarence White, just to name a few. Now, if you want me to help you focus in on these 5 things, I'm here to tell you that today, my beginner rhythm guitar class has opened for enrollment. And you gotta jump on this quick. If you're watching this video and it's past the 27th of March 2025, your opportunity has already passed. Maybe I'll do it again one day. I am running a beginner bluegrass rhythm guitar course called Foundations of Bluegrass Rhythm Guitar. It's gonna be 3 live sessions, 90-minute sessions, where I will teach you on Zoom, interactive, all the material I think you know. A lot of that material we just went over. We're gonna go into such a deep dive, and you're gonna understand this stuff inside and out by the time you're done. But not only that, so much of getting good at your instrument is not just knowing what to practice, right? Anybody can Google, what should I practice? Anybody could even Google, what are the core components of bluegrass rhythm guitar, right? Like, this stuff is out there. I'm happy you're watching my video, but you could just Google it. The issue is, a lot of people don't really understand how to take that knowledge and actually practice it in a way that's going to benefit them. So what I've done in my course, not only do you get access to all 3 of those live teaching sessions, but I've created this really cool 14-day daily practice guide to help you practice each and every one of these items that I go into depth. This is an interactive online platform, this 14-day practice guide, and on each day, it's jam-packed with tablature, with exercises, with examples, with a lot of jam tracks that are parsed out by speed. I think it is the ultimate bluegrass rhythm guitar practice guide. I think it's kind of the only one that's out there. I'm super excited about it. I think you're gonna like it a lot, and I know that it's gonna help you incredibly. So anyway, like I said, I hope you're watching this video in time. If you are, and it's not March 27th, 27th of 2025 yet, and enrollment is still open, go down to alexgraffmusic.com. The link is right down here. That's going to take you to some information where you can make a decision about if you want to join this course and fast track your bluegrass rhythm guitar learning. At any rate, keep on picking, everybody.